Hurry up.
Is everybody here yet?
Who?
That orange prick.
No. Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to Fowl Territory. 306. It is Monday.
We've done this 306 times and people still watch.
306 damn times. Yeah.
People still watch? Is there even anybody watching?
There are one or two out
I just
there.
checked the chat. There's nobody out there.
Oh, all right. Good night, everybody. No, not really. Oh, it's Monday, April the 7th. So welcome. Ozzy says such language already. Hey, we're starting early today. So, let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and see who we got on the panel tonight, shall we? Right now I'm missing my co-host with the co-most, so let's see who we do have here. We have Mr. Rich White.
See, this is really unfair because I should be next to you because I was here first. But, you know.
Well, you came and left.
Yeah. Well, I didn't figure you wanted to. I didn't figure you wanted me to stay on while I was doing what I was doing.
I mean, that's what happens when you get stuck in the toilet for a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Rich?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, glad to have you here anyway. And next we got Mr. Hillbilly Up is here. How are you?
Doing good, buddy. How's everybody doing out there?
Not half bad, not half bad. Thanks for being here. We'll go down to the bottom and we'll say hello to Sarge. What's going on, Sarge?
Hello. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Thanks for the invite.
You bet. Thanks for being here. And now, it's time for the man you come to see. The Gun Snob.
What do you want from me?
Greatness.
What's that smell?
Oh, it traveled to Missouri already? It was rough.
Yeah, the wind blows that direction, so yeah, it probably did.
We'll close the window.
Oh, my. Oh, all right, so let's see. Let's see who we got watching this mess out there. We got G-Web's first one in. Hillbilly Up out there and in here. Jacob S. who says, Gary, I finally have some grease. Well, as you know, grease is the word. It's the word that you heard. Got Ron 2A Matters out there. We have Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy, and we have Alaska 1 Andy, all the way from Alaska. How about that, boys and girls? We got Weston out there. We also have Rich.
Talk to him.
Got Rich White out there and in here. Country Rimfire Plus is in the audience. And scrolling down, the Gun Snob is out there and in here. Artec and Daughters in the audience. Ozzy Osbourne barking at the moon. And let's see, C4 Defense out there and in here. We have Gerald Muir. We have Abigail Finnegan out there. Got Dale Pogue. And we have Shanna Ewing is in the audience. Hi, Shanna. Oops, Abby says, I thought the bird was the word, or did Full Metal Jacket lie to me? Oh. You never know. Jason Ewing is out there also. We've got somebody, I guess it's somebody new. Warhammer is out there. All right, so welcome Warhammer to the show. I guess I need to go ahead and start the banner going across the bottom of the screen. As you know, this program is presented by the good folks at Aegis Gun Care. And yes, I did find my hat just a few minutes ago.
Whoa, thank God. Crisis averted.
Averted. Aegis Gun Care is the leader in performance and protection. Yes, they are. So, yeah, and they are providing a prize in tonight's giveaway because tonight's giveaway includes a cleaner and lubricant combo kit from Aegis Gun Care. So thanks to Aegis for doing that. And the hashtag to enter that giveaway is #FT306. As in Fowl Territory 306. So, yeah, we'll be doing that a little later in the show, by the way. So, yeah, we have a show and we give stuff away. So if you're new, yeah, get those hashtags in. Abby says, that reminds me I need to get my friend to make me a warhammer. Also a spear. Okay. Fair enough. 20 people out there in the audience. All of them on YouTube at the moment. Okay, so people getting those hashtags in. So what's going on, everybody? Has it been a wonderful week so far? It's Monday. That good, huh?
It's
yeah.
Monday.
Good
It's
week,
Monday. What?
What? I don't know.
Well, you guys are just really entertaining tonight. I tell you what now.
How was your week been so far?
I've been busy doing knife videos, man. I've probably got half a dozen done so far yesterday and today, and getting stuff out there, getting videos edited and put on YouTube and stuff like that. So, actually good. Making progress on stuff, so. I've got about 3 or 4 days of work ahead of me now, so. Abby said she felt like garbage, so I only did half of my classes for today. Well, at least you did half.
Mm-hmm.
Dale Pogue says, listening while changing oil on the work van. Okay. Just be careful. You want to have all your attention on stuff so you don't have any accidents. We don't want anybody hurt watching this show. So far, our safety record, what are we up to, like 500,000 on-air hours without a lost time accident? I know it's on a sign somewhere out in the parking lot. Mr. Bob Dabalina is out there, as is William Hall. All right. So, let's see. Other than that, anything real exciting going on? I can't think of anything. Somebody else just come on. Let's say hello to Jacob S.
Hello, hello.
As long as you're on the panel, you can't win the giveaway, so yeah.
Arr.
He'll drop out right before it starts.
But that's what's been happening.
We have the wizard out there in the audience. He says, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Wow. If you were off to see the wizard, well, he's here. Also, old one guy is out there. Wow. We're really getting some 28 people in the audience. Wow. People find out that Jacob's on here all of a sudden. These all your fans coming on, Jacob, or
Maybe they're just coming out of the woodwork.
is it all the West Side Nut Club? Is that who's joining the?
Oh,
I think everybody's getting on and getting the giveaway because they know Jacob can't win on the panel.
Oh, that's true. We have Cassandra out there in the audience. She says, howdy, can't hang around too long tonight. Got to get little in bed soon. She's feral tonight. Wow, feral. That's
Isn't that always the case since she calls her the skunk ape anyway?
I wouldn't call somebody's kids a skunk ape.
No, but she does.
Well, you're entitled to call your own kids names, but you don't allow other people
I
to use
wasn't
those.
calling her that. I said she calls her that.
Cassandra says she is indeed a skunk ape. Okay. As long as she allows it, then I guess it's okay. Well, I got to see my daughter and son-in-law and my granddaughter for the first time in 3 weeks this past weekend, so I'm in a pretty good mood. The baby is actually pretty good at holding her head up now. She actually tries to stand on your belly and stuff like that. And she's 3.5 months old, so they finally went for family portraits, I guess, this week. I got to see a preview of one of the pictures, so yeah, when they're young like this, you get to take a lot of pictures. I totally agree. Abby says, can't be any worse than what my older brother called me when I was a kid. Is it PG? Is it something you can put in the chat? All I had was older sisters, and they didn't have any bad names for me. In fact, well, I was so bad, my sisters just left. She said it's not PG. Oh, okay. Well.
When the hell has that ever stopped somebody?
Rich, what
True.
nicknames did you have when you was a kid?
It's not PG either.
Oh. How about you, Hillbilly? Did they call you Hillbilly when you... Well, everybody was Hillbilly where you're from, so... You'd walk in the room, somebody'd say Hillbilly, everybody'd turn and look, probably.
Yeah.
Did you have any nicknames or
Oh,
that you can tell us?
not really. Not anything I can really think of right offhand.
Not what the ladies called you. That might be something different. So.
I know we called my little brother Ralph the Mouth. I mean, his name's Sean, but we called him Ralph Mouth.
Oh, okay.
Kid never shut up.
Did they
Well,
call
I'm
you
pretty
Gizzard
sure-
when you were little?
Hmm?
Did they call you Gizzard when you were little?
No, they did not. Did they call you Sarge when you were little?
Oddly enough, yeah.
Really?
No, not really.
So when you were a little boy, Sarge, did you envision yourself growing up to be in law enforcement?
Well,
Or did you have something else in mind for a career?
I was drawn to it, but I didn't get into it till later. I didn't get into it until I was 30. So I did all kinds of stuff before that.
So how about
He
you,
had to get
Snob?
into it whenever his Chippendales career didn't work out. He
Yeah, it just didn't work out. Chris Farley beat me out for the last spot. So.
Did they call you Snob when you were young, Snobby?
Something like that. Snot-nosed little asshole, I think, was more what it was referred to as.
They call him Knob.
Well, I'm guessing that Snob was probably one of the bigger kids in his class growing up. Since he's a taller gentleman.
What's he trying to say about you?
I know, he was calling me fat when I was a little kid.
Yep.
No, I said tall. I didn't say nothing about fat. Don't put words in my mouth.
I mean, I was one of the larger ones in high school. Just say, oh, wait, never mind. I'm totally lying there.
Uh-huh.
It's in those little tiny hands.
Yep. How about you, Jacob? Do you have any nicknames growing up?
I'm pretty sure the only nickname I ever heard was Jake. Really,
Jake the Snake.
No.
I've heard that one from a coworker. But no, it was always Jake. Usually, if it was any kind of nickname.
It's funny. We deal with people like everybody at work. I mean, there's only a few people you call by their real name. Everybody can call them something else. We do that with our customers also. They all have nicknames, whether they know it or not. When dealing with people.
Well, that's the way it is in IT support too, because you can see the name come across on the screen when they'd call. It's like, who wants to pick this up at so and so? It's like, not it, not it. Oh, we got George Cortez out there in the audience. Hey, George.
Hey, George.
But I don't recall having. I don't have any nicknames I care to share. Let's put it that way. Of course, when you
I think you told me one of your nicknames, Mr. Decker. Did I share that one?
Don't be giving away my family secrets.
I want to hear it.
You're horrible at OPSEC. Let me do my best Obi-Wan impersonation here.
I learned it from you.
Yes, when you grow up with the last name of Decker, kids will find things that rhyme with that, and you can just imagine what they were.
Checker?
So,
Did it
Checker?
start with Black and Decker?
I heard that, yeah. That's one of the tamer ones, though.
Anything
Did
after
it start
that?
with Little?
No.
I ain't seen Moo out there, but he got his nickname as a kid.
Nothing came after Black and Decker?
Abby says, Pecker, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
They have Wrecker at the end of it?
Woody Woodpecker. Of course, Black and Decker was funny because there was one of the gals in my class, her last name was Black, so it's like, yeah.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I
Black
did
and Decker.
not.
Don't mind if I do.
I did not. But, yeah, those kind of names. Now, when I was first starting out at work, and I was a junior clerk, and I was kind of like basically the gopher for all the old guys in the shop. You know, if they needed something, they'd have me go get it, or this or that, make a run or whatever. And this was about the time that the series MASH was really popular, so they took to calling me Radar.
Radar.
Mm-hmm. So,
Mobile
yeah,
Radar O'Reilly.
for about 3 years, they'd say, Radar, come here. Yeah, I even had a clipboard. I used to carry a clipboard back just like Radar, and it had Radar wrote on the back of it. So
Get your little
Yeah.
toboggan and roll it up over your ears.
I didn't carry a teddy bear around with me or anything.
I figured you'd be more like Klinger instead of Radar.
Yeah.
Well, wearing a wedding dress?
Yeah, at a construction site, that doesn't go over real well. Cassandra says, when I drove a forklift loading trucks, my radio name was Bubbles after the blonde Powerpuff Girl. Wow. Denny's plant-based journey is out there. And Abby says, honestly, when I see the name Bubbles, Powerpuff Girls isn't my first thought. Wonder what the first thought would be.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. From
That's
Abby.
true. That's true.
So I don't want to turn this into a reloading chat, but I have a discussion we can have.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So I accidentally just got back into reloading somehow. And I guess I got to buy some 45s because I have approximately 10,400 lead cast 45 bullets. And that much brass also.
Dang.
Well, then.
Yeah, I don't even know where to put it all.
So you can get on
Why do you have
reloading
this?
chats now.
Yeah. Well, you know, I told you about Corey's grandpa dying and we were cleaning up the house. all that
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
You know, I went over there and helped him. Well, he gave me all his reloading stuff because he can't sell it on Facebook really because, you know, they don't really like you selling stuff. He's like, you want this? He's like, I'm not going to do anything with it. I don't want to mess with trying to sell it. I said, I guess. Said I might be reloading again at some point. It's just some old, I mean, it's nice stuff. It's just single stage press and all that. Then we got to going through the closet in there, seeing what all the stuff was in there. And like I said, 10,400 lead cast bullets.
Well, hopefully there's
That'll be a
10,000
lot of work.
was going to say, did you
There's
get any
no
primers?
and no powder, but there's brass in that.
Oh,
I'm
man.
guessing he was probably already not still reloading at the time in like 20. So we were guessing probably he probably knew somebody, had some friends that needed primers and powder, and he probably said, "Oh yeah," because he had no powder and no primers. I mean, like I maybe found like one little sleeve of primers and no powder at all. So I'm guessing he probably sold it all, gave it all away, or something when it was hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot
Like
this
back
out of your
when it-
block and mess it up.
If you
$5.
tried to,
Well, I
if
don't
you
have a
tried to
45
reload
block.
all of those at the same time, how long do you think it would take? You think it would take more than a full day?
Yeah.
Non-stop reloading?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
with a single stage
Probably,
press,
yeah.
it'd probably take you a little more than a full day.
Yeah, especially with a single stage. Yeah, that's gonna take a while.
Well, Weston says you should have gone to Wanamaker to pick up some primers.
Yeah, I overpay for them.
That's just-
Oh yeah, Wanamaker was this past weekend, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'll
There's some
eventually
fellers-
get some. I'm not real worried about it.
Some fellas are loaded 1,000 rounds while listening to one of these shows.
Abby said, I finally loaded my 100th 30-06 round. The Mauser really likes the 180s within 300 meters.
Nice.
There you go. She can load, you can do her, Snob.
I used to reload. I had a progressive press though back then. This ain't no fun with a single stage. I've had a single stage before, but I did get quite a bit of 223 brass, and I don't know, maybe 3,000 or so projectiles. Full metal jacket, 22 caliber projectiles, but that was apparently all he loaded for because that's all he had dies for was 223 and 45.
So if you had a progressive press, did you get it from Flow or
Yeah.
did you?
Should have kept it.
Get Surrender Park out there. All the way from Argentina. Welcome. So we've got 36 people in here. 28 on YouTube and 8 on X. Nice. Welcome,
get
everybody.
I did get a new gun this week though.
What'd you get?
I got a CBA Cascade 22-250.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it'll show up in Gorn later. Maybe.
Maybe. William Hall says, looks like everyone is shy tonight. Ain't anybody shy in this chat. Jacob might be a little shy. I don't know Jacob all that well. He could be shy. But,
I talk whenever I have something to say, usually.
George says, I used to reload 40 Smith & Wesson and 20 and 12 gauge shotgun shells on a friend's reloader mid-2000s. Nice. I have never, ever reloaded. Abby says, single stage is fine for my uses. I just throw on my playlist and go one step at a time. And Denny is out there, I believe somebody else mentioned this earlier, watching the Houston, Florida National Championship while listening, so maybe a few others are too. I believe one of my panelists is.
Is.
And is the score still the same?
No, they've scored since then.
Same team winning?
Same team is winning.
Oh, okay.
I think they're up by 5 or 7, something like that, when they went to commercial break.
Mr. Bob says, I'm so shy I wore pants tonight. Well, it's kind of cold here. Yeah. That'll do it. We've got a freeze warning tonight, believe it or not.
Yeah,
The
Denny
weather's
said 1
been
point.
so off and on for hot and cold. It's been wild.
Denny says 1 point game. Wow.
Weren't they down 12, like at the half?
No, they were down 3 at the half. They were up by probably 10 or 12 most of the second half, and now it is a 1 point game. Florida's on a little run.
Guns and Barbecues out there. He says it's snowing here. And Justin Grimm is also out there. He says, if anyone wonders, the flu still sucks.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Why would you get the
Oops.
flu? Why would you keep do that?
Beats me. Probably got into some bad bacon, I'm guessing. Rich B says 754 left. Not a whole lot left. It sounds like an exciting game. But if you're here, you're probably not too excited about it. So,
The entire Final Four was all 1 seed teams. I wonder how often that happens.
I think it had been almost 20 years, I think, since that happened.
Yeah, I think we talked
I don't
about
remember the
last-
exact stat, but it had been a long time.
Yeah. All I know is it's a good thing Obi's not here. His head would have just exploded when Jacob.
Like, wait a minute.
what?
I need this to be something other than one.
Okay. Denny said this was only the second time. Abby says, I'm an introvert in real life, so I don't really get sick very often. Yeah, I'm an introvert too. I can relate. Everybody in here is an introvert, probably. All right, so, whoops. Look who's here. Let's welcome my co-host, Obnoxious One.
Why'd you leave me in the green room for almost an hour?
You just beeped a second ago. Don't tell me that stuff.
I've been back there for like half an hour just waving my hands. Nobody's paying any attention.
You didn't type anything in the private chat either.
Don't you have access to let yourself in? So I think you're lying.
He does.
He does, yeah.
Do I? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're the co-host.
Well, see, I would have let myself in if I'd known that.
With the co-most.
With the co-most. Back when I used to do the long intros.
Yo.
So,
He probably
How you
pulled a Gizzard
doing?
and fell asleep.
how you doing?
I'm doing.
So, did you have any nicknames growing up? We've already been around the horn.
Asshole. Dickhead.
No, we said
That checks
growing
out.
up.
Hey, you.
Oh, yeah. Not lately.
Hey, you.
Well, some of them just stick.
No, I had no nicknames.
No nicknames. They didn't call you Obnoxious One back then, did they?
No.
When did that start? I know, didn't the story you had that on a license plate or something at one time?
Yeah. That was my vanity plates. Because that's what fit both on the plate and to me.
I can't understand why people would put vanity plates on their vehicle.
No, I don't either. But yeah, that was sometime in the 90s.
Okay, so
Yeah, it was before the internet was really a thing. But then,
You had a car in the 90s? God, you're old.
I'm sorry, Mr. Millennial.
Mm-hmm.
not all of us are kids.
He doesn't want to admit he's a millennial.
He keeps coming
Person
up with
personally.
all these reasons why he's not a millennial.
Oh gosh, like what is it?
there's-
What's Gizzard?
according
Gen X or
according to this one, he isn't this one obscure, one that breaks it down into 18 different generations.
Mhm.
He's not a millennial, so that's the one he always cites.
it is interesting why that stuff isn't like standardized in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's not. You can look at 20 different ones, and each one of them have different years.
But they're all going to say you're a millennial.
No, that's
Yep.
definitely not true.
It definitely is.
Yeah,
Almost
you're
all.
definitely a millennial.
The vast majority.
The vast majority, yes, not all.
And definitely all the reputable ones.
Like I said, he found 18 of them, and one said he wasn't in the age range. So that's
Not
when he's going to-
StevesMillennialStudies.com.
Yeah, but Gary just tells he's not a boomer, so there's that.
Oh, I did not say that. I am a boomer. 100%
Said
am a
that
boomer.
several times.
He absolutely is a boomer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, boomer.
I'm proud of it. Let's see. Calamity Jean's out there. Abby says, I had the little red and yellow car in the 90s. 6 call me Gen Z and half dozen call me a millennial. Well,
Car in the 90s. I have the same car I bought in the 80s.
You bought it when you were like 10?
No, I got it when I was 17. Got it in 89. Still got it.
To be fair, I had a car in the 90s. I had a truck in the 90s.
And that was my third car.
I still got my Camaro that I bought in '85. Is a '77 Camaro.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't still
God,
have
I had
my
a
Chevy
77.
Cavalier
I had a 77. It was horrible.
or my Mercury Monarch.
Cavaliers didn't tend to last 50 years.
No.
Don't have my Mercury Monarch either.
First car I ever drove was a 97 Tahoe, and I wrecked that into a telephone pole.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I fell asleep at the wheel.
Oh, no.
Well, you shouldn't
Going
do that
around
either.
That's
Corner.
one shouldn't do that. You can't park there.
Were you impaired?
No, but I was dazed to heck.
I have the same truck I
Still
bought in
went to school.
2023.
Weston says, I got the same truck I bought in the 2010s. Guns Barbecue says, I wasn't born till 89. Yeah.
Shit, I was in high school in '89.
Young people.
So he's definitely millennial. He can't even go get those 18 different studies and
No, he can't.
and cherry pick the one.
Yeah, I don't think he even qualifies as a zennial.
He's just a young buck, that's for sure. Denny says, those are both bad practices for car owners. Sleeping while driving and driving up a tree are not approved in the owner's manual. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a page that talks about that. Mm-hmm.
What if it's a squirrel car? Can you drive that up a tree?
Probably could. I'm
You can do
guessing
anything once, I was once told.
hitting a tree will void your vehicle's warranty.
Just believe in yourself.
Pretty sure.
Not if you could be parked in a tree and they'll still be trying to sell you that extended warranty.
Calamity, you need to put the hashtag in front of the FT. Abby says trees would always jump out when my mom was driving.
Whiskey bottle, brand new car.
Of course, somebody
My way.
hit an armadillo tonight, I believe.
No, I
hit
didn't
a
hit an
cat.
armadillo. I avoided the armadillo.
Oh, I thought you hit it.
No, I avoided him.
Or you hit a
He wasn't-
cat. That's right.
He wasn't as dumb as a cat. The cat was this morning.
You missed an armadillo and hit a cat.
I wasn't trying to hit the cat.
I think one time I drove right over the top of a possum, and it actually hit the underside of my car.
I got a squirrel with the side by side the other day on the driveway. He chose poorly. Couldn't make up his mind. Nope.
Well, in Snob's case, the cat did. It was suicidal, apparently.
Was it like in Austin Powers, a squirrel just froze and just kept screaming as you slowly drove towards it?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I did. Slowly drive towards him.
We have
So-
Buku YT
What-
out there.
So what did Snob do to the cat?
Ran over it.
Well, this morning, on my way to this house that I was working on, I was cruising along down a county road. I wasn't going fast at all because I was looking for where the house was.
Well, wait a
luckily
minute.
it was-
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. We've seen this.
No, I was looking at a paper map. I wasn't. Just
We've
cruising
witnessed
along
this.
and doing my normal thing. I didn't fly past it because I was trying not to because I was pulling a trailer and didn't want to have to turn around on a county road.
Wow, man.
And on the left side of the road, there's a cat, so I slow down. Big old Maine Coon looking thing. I slow way down because cat is in the left side of the road. And he's just sitting there chilling. I'm like, okay, you just sit there and chill. Right as I drive by him, he darts right in front of my truck. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I didn't have time to touch the brakes. He was just there. Like, ka-thump, ka-thump. And then I heard him going into trailer tires, ka-thump, ka-thump. Like, you're not going to make it through this one, buddy.
You don't think he's going to walk it off, huh?
Don't think he was going to walk that off.
Well, how many tires are in the trailer?
Well, there's 2 axles, so 4.
Okay, so that's only you got both of
He
the
only
tires.
used 4 of his lives.
Yeah, I mean he's fine. He's still got 5 left.
Well, he
we
was
don't
still
know.
laying
We
in the
don't know what
same
he did
spot whenever I
earlier.
left the house that late
Oh,
this evening.
Oh,
so
so
I'm
he
not, he
already-
may have used those others before.
he'd already used 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
So Abby says, street racing on the way to church with your daughter in a car seat bolted to the floorboard isn't in the Datsun owner's manual. No, probably not.
I don't know.
Question for you guys.
It's a Datsun.
What is the worst car trouble you guys have ever had while on the road?
I drove one into 6 feet of water.
I don't think that was technically car trouble. I think that was driving.
The car didn't run for shit
That was
after
more
that.
I don't
road
think
trouble.
that qualifies as on the road either.
It was on the road.
When you turned and drove into the boat ramp, that boat ramp is not a road.
No, it was water over the top of the road.
You didn't have the right of way.
What was it going down through a little dip in a
Yes.
creek?
Yes, and the county had neglected to put a barricade in this one place to warn people
Of
That's
what?
another water.
of the water over the road. Everywhere else they had barricades up, but they missed this road.
Why don't you just look?
You
I'm
couldn't
not
see
sure.
it. You didn't see it until you crested this hill and it was dark.
Well, now, why was water on top of the hill?
Water was at the bottom of the hill.
I think your story's falling apart.
Water-
So you
Well,
went
at the
up
top of
over
the
a
hill.
hill and then on the other
Gizzard
side
missed
of the
the
hill was water.
turn around, don't drown thing.
It was a low water bridge on the other side of a hill.
So you knew it was common that this would happen.
If
We
the
got
lake, if the
I was
lake,
trying to blame the county.
if the lake is up, but I didn't know the lake was up.
Oh.
I mean, we have several low water bridges around here, and I think, oh, if it's been raining or anything, or I slow down before I get to them. That way, I can see how
How high that
deep
low
they
water
are.
is?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just fly right through them. Just say there's never anything can change.
Mm-hmm.
This road is probably a quarter to a half mile away from a Corps of Engineers reservoir, and there'd been a lot of rain, so the lake was up.
Seems like you would have figured that out if there'd been
It's
a
a
lot of
weird.
rain.
Well, I
cause and
figured it
effect
out.
Relationship.
Yeah.
I figured it out when I crested that hill and there's no more road, and then all of a sudden I saw water coming up over the top of my hood. That's when
All
I
of a
figured
sudden-
out I was in
Oh,
trouble.
well,
All
wait.
of a sudden,
So
the feet were wet.
if it was up over the hood, was it like almost 3 or 4 foot deep?
It was deep enough that when the car came to a stop on a roadway, it was about 2 inches over the top of the car. So yeah, probably.
Oh,
Huh?
The whole car.
The whole car.
So you open the,
Gizzard doesn't
open
have
the
fast
door
stuff.
up.
Wait,
He does.
and it
He
just-
does
was it a car?
I swam out of the
or-
car.
What car was it?
A submarine, Jacob.
Were there
Yeah,
fish in it,
something.
like on TV when you open the doors later?
No, I didn't see any fish. It was this is a car I was talking to you about earlier, Sajat. 73 Dodge.
Empty
Really?
car?
73 Dodge Coronet. Yeah.
Clearly, that
$20
Dodge did
Dodge.
not do its job and dodge anything.
It did not swim worth a
It poured it
damn.
right in
Well,
that
just
river.
remember, you said you bought a car, not a boat. So
Well, I know. I figured out it wasn't seaworthy later.
Man, that's a nice looking car.
But what was cool, after we got out of the car and we were all on top of the car because I didn't know how deep the water was going to go. So we were on top of the car thinking we were going to have to swim for it. And when the car was completely sunk, the lights were still on underneath the water, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, that's
Headlights and
what I mean. This is
everything.
Really
So
cool.
you had like
My
a
car just
whole
died.
movie, goofy movie situation happening. that you drove your car under and it just like stayed
All right.
running almost
Let me
underwater?
get a grip on this. How old were you when this said incident happened?
I'm
28.
guessing 18.
Oh wow.
28.
Okay, you were old enough to know better than that.
Yep.
Well, I've told the story before, but my wife was probably about 8.5 months into having our second child, and the first one had went over the due date, so she was scared to death that this one was going to go over the due date. So she wanted me to take her out on a bumpy car ride to see if it
Well-
would maybe help to induce labor. It
Mission
didn't work, by the way.
She was trying to do it. You were trying to give her a water birth, huh?
That baby decided it wasn't going to come out and drown.
Dang, honey, I think your water broke.
Oh, it broke all right.
I think the worst thing that's ever happened to me is I've ended up in a few ditches, but that's because I grew up in northern Illinois where we get blizzards and lots of
Oh,
snow.
I thought you were that's because you grew up in northern Illinois where you drink whiskey every night after work.
No,
Let's see.
no, we drink beer up there.
I've been a
Oh.
passenger in a car that was hit head on the highway. I've been a passenger in another vehicle that flipped about 5
Why are we
times.
letting Gizzard into our cars?
How the heck
Moo
did
made
you...
a very, very
What?
good point there.
What happened for the 5 flips? What the heck was that?
I was riding around with a friend of mine from high school, and he'd evidently had a few too many beers, and he decided to gun it on this road. I knew on the other side of it, it went into a real quick right turn on the other side of this hill, and evidently he had forgotten about that fact.
The county
And-
didn't put up a sign to warn them about it.
No, he was stupid.
Well, see, I've seen
But,
2 really bad accidents. The one is where I blew up my knee getting down to those girls, and the other one was a Jeep Wrangler that went flying past us, and it was up where we went for.
Well, I'll tell you the worst thing ever
The
happened.
road went from 4 lanes to 6 lanes, so everybody used to speed up. And that Wrangler, I don't know what they hit, but we came up on it like right after they hit it, and it had completely separated itself. The axles were over in different directions. And,
Jeez.
yeah, it wasn't recognizable anymore. And then the one where it blew out my knee, we were going, and the girl that was driving was drunk, and she was going over the bridge, and the road was down to the 1 lane because they were repaving everything, and she hit the bridge on the right side, spun around, and ended up, and it was about 30 feet down the ditch, and she went down there. The thing rolled over, and when we got down there, there was a girl. The other girl had gone out the back window and was pinned under the tailpipe.
Oh my goodness.
So that was the one I went down. I went down this, and of course, at the bottom of this ditch is where all the water runs. So I'm running down this thing, and I get out there, and my right foot goes into air, and I came down, all of me on my left knee. And by the time everybody got there and we got out of there, pretty much had to cut my pants off to get them over my knee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all bad and all, but I know the worst thing you've ever been in a car, because Gizzard informed us it was the worst, at least in the back seat. Was whenever these giant footballs in Houston just appeared.
That was-
I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
That was pretty awful.
I thought it was in the parking lot when you did something that it was the worst in the back.
Oh, that may have been. It may not have been the football.
Passenger side seat
in the
was
back. Yeah.
Who knew that was the fulcrum of where all the force was in the vehicle?
Jeez.
I got hit by a drink driver. Blue lights and siren took the call. Truck driver hit us and crashed 2 patrol cars and paralyzed one.
Oh, geez.
Yep.
Rich,
I-
any bad car wrecks?
That I was in? No.
Yeah.
but I've witnessed a couple.
Oh.
Like one where a guy comes off the overpass on Interstate 68, tries doing a single car hinge. He came down, nose down, boom, right into the dirt in the car. Just the ground was so muddy from the snow melt that year that the car stood upright on its nose.
That
What
was
is a
hard on
car
that car.
hinge?
Car hinge?
Yeah.
Car hinge.
You've never been to car hinge?
No, never heard of it.
Basically, it's a replica of Stonehenge made out of cars, Jacob.
I've been to Cadillac Ranch. That's close.
Yeah, it's close.
Gizzard's been to a ranch.
I've had some ranch. Yes.
No, he's had ranch shops. He hasn't been to a ranch.
That's right. I've had other shots too.
I swear, the time you did that, I'm just like, did he just do that?
See, I like to give you guys. I like to give you guys vivid memories to take home.
Oh, and the best part of the one where I blew out my knee is that the girl driving gave the officers the name of one of my ex-girlfriends. It wasn't her, and they were both strippers at a place downtown, and the girl that ended up under the car ended up working for me at Amrock later.
Well, I can't top that story. Hillbilly hasn't been very talkative.
He must have really.
We was in a car wreck. I guess I believe I was around 10 years old, and I was with my parents and then my brother and sister. You know, they were a little younger than me, and we was going to Springfield. It was summertime. It come a little rain. Roads evidently was slick. We're behind a full size, panel van, and all of a sudden, the car that was meeting us got loose, sideswiped that van, hit us head on. It put all of us in the hospital.
Ooh.
Yeah. But we survived.
Yeah, that night I was in a head-on. I spent the night in the hospital. I and my dad both did. We were both on the driver's side. I was in the rear seat. Luckily, he only caught about a foot or so of the front end of our car when he came across the center line and spun us. He ended up in way worse shape than we did. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
See, I was going on a vacation with 3 friends of mine, and we got on the road, and this logging truck, the chain came loose, and it caused this huge pile up and killed a dozen people. And the last thing I remember is this flaming gas truck coming straight back at me, and then I woke up, and nothing happened. But then, a couple days later, my friends started dying, just on these under weird circumstances.
Gizzard doesn't get what you're getting at.
No.
Was that a dream?
I heard you get
Final Destination.
I heard you get it right away.
The second I heard logging truck,
Mm-hmm.
I remember
I
going
have
and
not
seeing that
seen Final
movie
Destination,
when I was
but
in
I've
high
heard the
school, and I was like,
reference.
"Oh my god!" I'm scared of any trucks hauling anything like that,
Hell yeah.
and giant billboards when you were eating, anything pretty much.
The
Hell,
wind starts blowing when you're inside, and you're like, what?
Amy is terrified to this day of driving near log trucks, and there
I am
are
too, I'm not gonna lie.
around here.
You should be.
I'm getting the hell away from that thing after that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You should be terrified driving around those things, because you can't always judge how far stuff is sticking out of them.
No. And
Things
only
can
thing
go
worse-
completely horrible in just a second.
The only
I
thing
tell you
worse
what.
is when you're on the roller coaster and a bolt comes loose And then the tracks come loose, and then the cars go flying off everywhere.
I tell you what's concerning if you ever go to $1 Million Highway in western Colorado between Durango and Uray, that whole highway there, mainly between Silverton and Uray. But those logging trucks go down there, and that highway it could be terrifying to someone. It has no guardrails. Shoot, if you go off, you're dead. Period. There's no coming back from that. But those logging trucks just hauling ass down it like it's nothing.
Yeah, they're on it every day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every dang day.
Mm-hmm. Good Lord. Just get around me. Don't ride my ass. And I don't just putt along. I'm not that person.
What about you, Sarge? What has your most crazy car experience been?
I said it before. I got hit by a drunk driver while running emergency traffic to a call. Totaled the car I was in, totaled the other state trooper's car, and then someone got partially ejected out of the suspect vehicle and ended up breaking their neck, becoming paralyzed. All because of one person's choice to drive drunk.
Hashtag don't drink and drive.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, I go to a bar. I never drink any alcohol at all.
Oh, Sugar Mama worked with a woman, a drunk driver, got her whole family.
Oh no.
Man.
Yep, husband, 2 kids.
Oh gosh.
That's horrible.
Makes you want to throw up.
Mm-hmm. That girl that was, the one where the girl got trapped under the car, she was drunk. That girl, the one where the girl got trapped under the car where it blew out my knee, the girl driving was drunk.
Calamity Jean says Bear Paw Ridge drives a gas tanker every day and has seen it all. He's had people laugh and flip cigarettes at him when he's dumping fuel at stations. People are so crazy.
You never fill up. You never go to the gas station when the tanker's there. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Stirs everything up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fumes go everywhere.
Good way to get a clogged fuel filter.
Or a bank when the armor car's there.
Well, I've actually gone through the drive-thru when an armored car was transferring money from a bank before. There was at least like a dozen officers.
You only go there if
on
you
the
have sticky
outside.
bombs.
Yeah. Don't do it while wearing a Joker mask, Jacob.
For me, I've hit a telephone pole, totaled that 97 Tahoe. I've been in a car in the front passenger seat and turning left into an intersection, and a car comes flying up over a hill into the intersection and T-bones us. They ditch. Never hear from them ever. So we didn't file any police report for that. And then my most recent one was a oil line in the engine bay of a 97 Blazer, melted in half and spilled oil all over a road and locked up the engine as I was driving home at midnight from a job.
Dang.
Luckily, I was only about 10 minutes from my place at the time.
Well, they won.
Who won?
Florida
Houston?
came back and won at the end by 2.
I thought they
Awesome.
would win.
They were down basically the entire game until last couple minutes.
Denny said Florida and the officials won.
And the officials.
Is that who we had picked to win our bracket?
I can't remember, actually.
I think Florida was.
I think it
I think Florida was the eventual champion. Everything else was screwed up, but of course we didn't tell Obi that there were 4 number ones in the Final Four because that would have just blew his mind completely.
You told me that last week. It's still
Still
going on.
blown.
Well,
Yep.
it was blown.
There's only one left now.
It was blown the moment Tennessee won their game, but then lost to Houston.
And that was last
Uh,
week in the show that you said there were 4 number ones in the Final Four. And they're still playing?
Oh, they're
Not
all
anymore.
done.
They just
Uh,
finished.
they played
They
the
just
Final
finished.
4 games on Friday and Saturday, I think. Or was it just Friday? Or just Saturday. And then they played the final game today.
Yeah, the men played Saturday, women played Friday and Sunday.
It's all over. No more nightmare, Obi.
Isn't it supposed to be March Madness? Why are they going into
Yeah, it's April Madness now.
Yeah.
Okay.
March Madness, April Sadness.
It's kind of like the World Series going into November now. Yeah.
What?
Thing is, even now, they're still doing like mini tournaments after the fact. Like teams that did not make it into the March Madness are having like
Yeah, you got
4
the NIT
or 16 tournaments.
Well, one thing I have to say about that is, did you know that Gear Websites is your source for every second matters, gun channels, gear, MOID, and more? Why, yes, they have patches, stickers, and other items, and every Friday is Free Patch Friday when you buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com. Don't take it from me.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Okay, so I believe
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, is it the time? Or do you want me to wait?
well, I haven't played my song yet. Do you want me to just ignore the song and you go right into
No,
it?
go ahead. Go ahead. I forgot the song. I haven't been here in a couple days. So, you know.
Which one do you want, the lizard or the regular one?
Classic one.
Oh, who's the chicken that everyone loves? Gizzard Gary, who's 4 for 2 but stands above.
Wizard Gary,
Telling his wife and more hounds. Gizzard Gary, who loves to give gifts to everyone. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway.
Hi, folks. Gizzard Gary here.
Oh, you cut off George.
Well, it's time for Snob to do his thing now.
Oh, I'm over here trying to edit video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the night. This is the part of the show you all tuned in for. That's right, folks. The part of the show you're all here for. You weren't here to hear us talk about car wrecks. You weren't here to hear us talk about pretty much anything. You were here to win stuff and things. That's what you were here for. So now, folks, we're going to give you stuff and things. All you have to do to be entered in tonight's giveaway is type hashtag FT306 out there in the chat. And magically, this thing's going to appear on the screen, just out of nowhere, just magic. And then it's going to do this random thing where it just flashes people's names on the screen. And then, boom. All of a sudden, Jacob's not going to win. And Weston's going to win tonight. Maybe Ozzy. I'm not sure. But it's not going to be Jacob. It's going to be Weston or Ozzy. Predicting it now. Gizzard, make it happen. You know, put in the
Or
secret
George
cheat
Cortez
code.
will win.
So,
Nah,
what
nah,
you're saying,
George.
what you were saying is you're not here to cause no trouble. You're just here. This is where Obi
Type my
comes.
hashtag.
I'm not following.
So he wasn't here to cause no trouble. He's just here to do the Super Bowl show.
Well, he wouldn't know because the Bears haven't been in the Super Bowl.
That's a weird reference.
So,
Anyways, Gizzard, what do we have for these good folks tonight?
I got a
Oh,
cat.
yeah, wait. We're
You
gonna
better
give
want to
away
win a
We're
cat.
also going to
You
give
just
away all
hopped right
sorts
in.
of cool stuff and a prize pack. I don't know what it is tonight because I don't remember what he said from Aegis Gun Care. That's right. The leader in screw all their new stuff.
The leader in
Aegis Gun
performance and
Care.
protection.
Yeah, screw that. I'm not saying that. I ain't getting paid to say that. I'm just telling you it's a good gun cleaner. Just buy Aegis Gun Care and use code GUNSNOB to save 10%. I don't know. The GUNSNOB maybe. I don't even know. You can use Gizzards, I guess.
Yeah, probably should. All right.
Oh, we're going to give them a lubricant and cleaners combo kit tonight. That's right.
That's right. You get both.
Lubricant.
They clean it, then they lube it up, and then rub it. Oh, wait. What else you got for me, Gizzard? You got any patches? Any stickers?
Got a sticker.
Any
Isn't that a cool sticker?
Give away a gun.
Got the official Gizzard Gary channel sticker and the official Fowl
But
Territory thumbnail. Yeah, but
There's
wait.
more.
There's way more. Probably way more than anybody wants. But you're getting them anyway. You're helping me clean out my collection here. You're going to get a sticker from Excess Sights. They are the fastest sights in any light.
Any
Or-
light.
Or no light at all, even.
Well, no light is very, 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 very,
That's true.
very, 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 very low light.
That's true. We also have a sticker from Live Free Armory. You may have heard of them.
Nope, never heard.
True American manufacturing they are. How about a sticker from DM Foss? It says, "Hell no, kitty."
Never heard of her.
I'll give that to my kitty. There we go. How about that? How about Obi's favorite sticker, the official Haterade Thirst Destroyer, courtesy of DM Foss. We've got this retro sticker, Houston NRA from Palmetto State Armory, because I found some in my drawer and I'm getting rid of them.
It's pronounced Palmetto.
Palmetto, okay.
But I've done the math and that checks out.
So I've got a sticker here from Hillbilly Up. Look at that guy. He's got a jug and everything, man.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought that was Hillbilly Up.
Because all I can hear is a buzzing noise.
Bzzz. Oh,
No, it's more like
I think we hear George purring.
like a purr. Yeah, it's
Oh.
purring.
got a sticker here from Black Rifle
There,
Coffee
that's it.
Company. You can use that to do whatever you want.
Can I use it to make coffee?
You probably could.
Can I use it to... Nope, never mind.
Here's a sticker from
All right.
Palmetto State Armory. Yeah. Heard of them before, haven't we? We've got this sticker from Tacdum. This shall not
I've
be
never seen that
infringed.
one before.
Yeah. You mean there's stuff you haven't won? Wow.
Yeah.
We have the Papa Smurf sticker from DM Foss. And we also have, I don't think I've ever given any of these away before because I didn't know I had it till I found it in my drawer. It is from AIM Surplus. Georgia likes it. There we go. Got this sticker from Ron Wayne. And I got this is the last sticker, and it says, "My spirit animal is a rooster." Yeah, gotta have that. Okay, so patches. We got patches. Got a patch here. Still got some of these from last year's NRA 2024 in Dallas, courtesy of Palmetto State Armory. And then I've got a vintage, just like the sticker, I have the patch from the Houston NRA Palmetto State Armory. I also have a patch here from Shadow Systems. Also, courtesy of Stan at SS Pawn, I have a patch that says Dead Air Silencers. Last but not least, I have this patch from Mountain Billy Gun Lab.
Ooh, that's a cool one.
Oh, yeah. That's cool stuff. Also,
I've seen it before.
tonight's winner's going to receive a full set, not just one, a full set of coasters from EAA. Yeah, believe it or not, I haven't run out of those yet. They gave me a fairly ample supply.
Yeah, I think so.
You can never have enough coasters.
The winner receives two zipper. Winner receives 2 zipper pulls from IWI while they last. They're not going to be giving these away too much longer, folks, because I'm about out. Yeah. And then the winner also receives the official Gizzard Gary pin. You can pin this to your hat, to your jean jacket, to, I suppose, just about anything. Not recommended for animals, by the way. And, of course, we did mention that tonight's winner also receives the cleaner and lubricant combo kit from good folks at Aegis Gun Care. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and share the giveaway tool. There it is. We have 34 entries in the giveaway. Now, the counter says we have 31 live on YouTube, 12 on X. All right, so we'll wait for my official contest judge to give me the draw command, and then we'll find out who this week's winner is.
Do it now.
And here we go. Who's going to win?
Did you do it now?
I did it already.
Okay.
2 live moves.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, he said
Look at that
redraw.
guy. He's probably not even out there.
He said
Yeah,
redraw.
he's not there. Redraw.
2 live moo. Are you in the audience? Yep. He's out there. He says, yee!
Congratulations, Moo.
No, he was saying yeet, so that means redraw.
Yeet? Or yeet it somewhere else? Okay.
No, ye.
I just sent him a nice little text. Telling him how much I loved him. Cheater.
Got a lot of congrats out there. We've got at least one hashtag rigged. No, we got a couple rigged. Abby says rigged. Dale Pogue says it's rigged. So,
Yeah, congrats to that prick.
all right. So, congratulations
You don't need
to
Moo's address. You got Moo's address, don't you?
I probably have Moo's address.
If not, you got his
That
number.
is
You can
true.
text him and say, "Send me your address, bitch."
That's true. I could just call him like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hey, what's your address?"
I'll bet
Oh,
you
right
wouldn't
now.
do it. Calling a welfare check on him right now.
Yeah.
I'm rather out of pocket at the moment. Thank you very much.
All right, Dad, I'm going to bed.
All right, good night, bud.
Calling in a welfare check? Please tell me you're calling in a welfare check.
That son of a bitch. Go to hell. Hello, you're on Fowl Territory, and you won tonight's giveaway, sir. We just want to all congratulate you.
Oh, my long time listener, first time caller.
Why aren't you on the panel?
Yeah, I'm surprised he isn't.
He
You
doesn't
should
know the
definitely
rules
keep
of
that going
calling
so it
into a radio
feedbacks
show.
into your
He
mic
didn't
more.
turn down his
That's-
radio volume in the
That's
back.
just awesome.
Caller, turn down your radio.
TV Gold.
Snob, it sounds like water dripping out of your
I
mouth.
know, this is terrible.
Snob.
My move.
Snob.
I just hung up on him. I couldn't handle any more of it. Oh, he put the phone next to his speakers. What a son of a bitch.
All right. So, congratulations to 2 Live Moo. You are the winner of tonight's drawing, and I don't need you to mail your address to me and all that crap. So, we're going to go ahead and start the corn segment. We're not even doing intro to that anymore because we don't need no stinking intro. We could play this silly thing.
Let's all go to the email. Let's all go to the email. Let's all go to the email and find ourselves some corn.
I've never seen that before, to be honest.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the email and see if we can find ourselves some Gorn. And indeed, I have found Gorn. So let's show it. And this is from our friend Jacob. With no caption or anything on it.
I saw that while I was going to lunch today.
It says Hoopty on the back of it.
And Gambler 500 on the front. You guys ever see cars like that running around town?
Sarge sees a lot of old Crown Vics, but he usually pulls them over whenever he sees them. They don't look exactly like that. They still have the spotlight. Oh, yeah, that does too.
All right, so let's see. I think we've got another one from Jacob. This is a little bit different. So,
Fun fact, that Jeg sticker was the only thing holding that front quarter on.
It says, "Hello, human, my old friend. I've come to beg for food again." Yes, they do that. Snob runs over him with his vehicle.
That cat is not begging his family for food tonight.
He says, "I'm good."
Some poor little kid tried to go home and dig a hole after he got off the bus.
All right, so we had two. Shall we go? Jacob's going to go for a hat trick here. All right. So he says, "Wouldn't want to slam my rear down on this hammock." No, probably not.
That was maybe 3 inches from the floor.
Well,
Probably
from that
break a
center
tailbone
post
sitting
anyway,
down
for
in
sure. Yeah. It's only $299.99 according to the price tag up here.
No, that's the awning. That's above it.
Oh.
Hammock was
much for the women.
$100 and the frame was $130 because they were sold separately.
Okay. And then one more Jacob here. He says, "I saw a collapsed barn the other day." Yeah, that barn is not any good anymore.
No,
That thing's been falling apart for years. And look at the old truck that's underneath the barn, too.
Yeah, that
It's
sucks.
crushed.
That's a good old truck. It was.
Can't park there.
Anybody know what year or make and model of that is?
It's about a 50 GMC, I'd say. 50 or 51, probably.
Speaking of collapsed buildings, Wednesday, that was a tornado that night. It actually touched down less than a quarter mile from our place.
Wait, go back over. Because that's clearly a 97, 98, or possibly OBS 99.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a Chevy. That's not a GMC.
Chevy,
Yeah. That's a Suburban.
I think it's Suburban.
Is that an old Rambler next to it?
I thought it was a Chevelle. Couldn't tell.
Oh, I can't really tell.
Zoom in.
Yeah, it might be an old Nova.
Zoom
That's a
in.
Nova. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Nova.
For your information, this is nowhere near where I live.
Nowhere near where I live either.
Yeah.
No, that's just down the road for me.
Okay, so we do have at least one out here in the text chat from Snob, so let's go ahead. I think he might have hinted about this earlier. So
Yes,
I'll let him
Eugene,
I'll let him talk about it.
That would be a 2250 CBA Cascade that's waiting on a scope to arrive. The Magpul bipod came in today. It runs faster than other
Did you
places.
shoot it yet?
No.
You told me you didn't own a gun. What day you got it, you shoot it.
I normally do, but I don't exactly have a optic, so therefore I ain't shooting it.
So you can't shoot it
Waste
without
that
an
bullet.
optic. It won't shoot.
Well, I mean it will, but I don't really want to waste a high dollar 22 to 50 round.
Take it up. Take the one off
Oh.
the AR there on the wall and put it on there.
I could. I got one similar to that coming. Similar, but not exactly.
Similar.
Same brand, same power, as a matter of fact.
Okay, so we got another piece of corn. What the hell? Okay. This is a little different. Maybe a little risque, but not too bad. We'll allow it. And it says, this comes from Justin Grimm. It says, having a bad day, at least you're not the guy filling up a blow-up doll at a free air pump.
Who says he's having a bad day?
He's about to have a good day, I'd say.
Yeah.
Or he just lost the bet. Hush.
Okay, so that's all I've got for Gorn so far.
I don't have any more pictures.
Oh. I don't either.
You've seen just about everything I have on my phone.
I'll bet you Snob has pictures on his phone he won't share with us.
Want me to share?
Probably.
Karen might not be very happy.
Oh, heck. Let's see what's going on out in the chat. Did I miss anything? Let's see. Just talking about the pictures, I think. What year's the mailbox, Weston wanted to know? I don't know.
I don't know either.
It said 2, 3, 4, 5, so it might be in the future. All right. Anybody else got anything, or are we done?
I don't.
I got nothing.
Sounds like we might be done. Up. I say that, and then Justin just sent in another one. So he says, "I'm not going to let it." Huh. Maybe not.
A little too spicy?
I'm going to err on the side of caution with that one, Justin.
I sent one in the text chat the other day. You can put up if you want to.
Yeah, can't be that bad.
A little mini boomstick with the whisper pickle.
Mini boomstick with a whisper.
I've seen it. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but I don't think it's real appropriate to put on a screen.
After last week, it absolutely is.
So I presume, I think I found the one you're talking about here. Presume you're talking about this.
The mini boomstick with a whisper pickle.
Mm-hmm. You could have picked the other one. That would have been a better picture.
Of course. Well, I picked the wrong one. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, you picked the one with the shadow over it.
For God's sake.
To be fair, why'd you send the one with the shadow over it?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sending them for Gorn. I didn't know that they were going to be.
Let's make Obi happy. There you go.
That one dialed in just right.
Did the previous image not have brass in the photo?
It did. It was the other brass, though, so there wasn't as much. This is the brass I shot that was supersonic before I put the whisper pickle on, and that's every single round just dropped right at 4 o'clock. Just right in there. I didn't have to go searching for anything.
Nice.
It's nice when brass lands in a neat little small pile.
Guns of Barbecue says, I sent in Gorn. Oh, so did Ozzy. Okay, we got more Gorn, folks. More Gorn. Don't be forlorn. I have more Gorn. Ozzy says, new carry piece, CZ75 PO1.
Oh, well.
That's a different
Ozzy's
shape.
getting the flannel shirt, the man bun, and the skinny.
Yep.
Hoodie rolled up over your ears. Not a hoodie, a toboggan.
I don't think I've ever seen
Why would you
one
put
of
a
those.
hat? Why would you put a sled?
Why would you put a sled in alternating caps?
It's just so weird to me.
You're literally the only person that calls it a toboggan.
He really is. I know
The only one, like only.
You mean
You're the only person in
Beanie?
my life.
There you go. There's the only person you know that does it.
Other than Canadians.
No, they call it
Count, though. They're not really people.
They don't call it toboggans in Canada. Just look it up. Look up the word. You'll see where they call it that.
Guns of Barbecue sent this in. Make Gorn great again.
Good luck.
Have you guys ever seen a tornado touchdown anywhere close to you guys?
Yeah.
No, I usually had my ass in the basement.
I physically.
I mean, like even if you're in the basement at the time, like it went really close to where you live.
No.
Because Wednesday night, remember we had those storms for us? That was a tornado. It touched down less than a quarter mile from our place.
Hard pass.
At least three houses in the immediate area got ripped apart.
Hard pass.
Telephone lines knocked over across the road.
It seems like that would be suboptimal.
It was an EF2.
That's why I kept telling you to get your ass to the bunker.
And we
To
were
the
in the
chopper.
basement.
Yeah, you were in the basement. You weren't in a bunker.
Hardly
We
even
don't
know
have
it.
a bunker. We have a
Well,
cold
you
in.
gotta get one.
I had to do tornado lookout on the 13th floor at work one time.
That doesn't sound like fun.
No, it's not.
Somebody
What the
did.
heck would you need a tornado lookout for?
Because we had a tornado warning come through, so we had to have people that were up in position in case,
So you assumed the position.
Yeah. I was one of the ones that got voted to go up on the 13th floor and watch in one direction.
What department or facility was this?
It was when I worked at Amrock. It was downtown Rockford. Oh, it's not fun being up there watching that sky turn green. But I don't think one touched down then.
So you 100% don't recommend this.
No, I do not recommend it. I also don't recommend being on the highway when giant hail starts coming and you're pivoting an eye out and your passenger has no idea what you're doing because he didn't grow up with tornadoes.
Oh.
I'll take
For
the
us,
tornado
that's
over the giant hail, though. Giant hail sucks.
We had
Get stuck
inch and a
driving in it.
quarter hail with it as well.
That's not giant.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest hail we've ever seen. It's also
Yeah.
the closest
Baseball
we've ever had
size
to
hail
a
is
tornado that
giant.
close to town.
Baseball, softball, that's when you get giant.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball's when it really gets serious, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you got basketball hail. You got serious problems.
Anything bigger than a golf ball basically.
Medicine ball really hurts.
Beach ball. And they don't bounce like beach balls. Though hailstones do bounce. That's true. All right. Well, we've been on here about an hour and a half, so let's go ahead and let's do the last portion of this show, what we call What Did You Learn? And in this portion of the show, I go through the panel. I ask everybody what they learned tonight, and then let them plug their channels or somebody else's channel or plug a hole they have or whatever. So let's start with Obnoxious One. What did you learn?
I learned that you thought you had an ambidextrous.
Yeah. It's amphibious. Yeah.
You didn't get that reference either, apparently.
Nope.
I got it.
Amphibious.
So what have you got?
I don't know.
A detachable charging handle is what he has.
I don't have a pocket sandwich. I know that.
You never know. You might have one.
Snob didn't know he had one.
Snob had a backpack sandwich.
I didn't know I had that either, and I actually didn't know I had that. It just randomly appeared.
Yep. See.
I still never forget that. Just walking around Wanamaker, so just pulls a sandwich out of his pocket.
Wonder if this is still good. Huh.
It was.
It clearly was because he ate it.
Yep.
Like a sandwich.
Still not as good as him going up there and just. Right, I need a detachable charging handle.
That was the best day ever.
Completely defeated as soon as I said it.
You learned that it is a fact. You can convince someone to say something even though they totally know it's wrong.
That's true.
By continually saying it.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, Obi. Real quick, we got a last-minute Gorn sent in from Ozzy.
No. Nope. We've done our Gorn.
Since he showed off his gun, he wanted to show off his holster.
Fine.
So.
Nice.
Only because
did you kill that snake that you used for that? That's what's important.
No, the important part would be killing the cow that he used for that.
That's true.
Snake is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would hurt. That's for sure. All right. So, Rich, what did you learn?
I learned that Jacob needs to learn more about roadside attractions when he's driving.
And stay away from poles. Yeah.
Yes, that too.
What have you got coming up?
I don't know. This week unloaded, next week maybe at some point in time. Next weekend. Don't know how long we'll go for. Sometimes we go for 6 hours. Sometimes we go for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I missed out on your show last.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Alrighty. All right, well, thanks for being here, Rich. Let's go to Hillbilly. What did you learn?
I think I learned that Jacob's love is photography.
Yes, I do like to take pictures.
He does.
Me too. We just
A lot of it is of other stuff rather than of myself.
Yeah, most people your age are just shooting selfies left and right.
Yeah, and it looks so stupid too.
You don't take pictures of the food you eat when you go to restaurants and stuff like that?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There's no point. It's going in my belly.
There you go.
Get in my belly.
Well, I could have sworn Jacob has sent Gorn of food before.
I have whenever I do a good job of cooking, which is very rare. I usually either burn it or something else.
Hillbilly, what do you got coming up?
Man, got a few videos coming out this week. You got the anechoic suppressor, titanium suppressor on 300 blackout. Got that coming up. And then we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy on Saturday nights, 9 o'clock, 10 Central. you ain't done nothing, swing by and see us.
Alrighty. Thank you for being here. We'll go to Sarge. What did you learn, Sarge?
I learned several different things, but I forgot them by now.
Oh, okay. Well, what have you got coming up for us?
A cold.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Thanks for having me on.
Alrighty, well, thanks for being here. Let's go to the gun snob. What did you learn?
I learned Gizzard doesn't make the best decisions when driving. Clearly.
Drove into a lake.
Mm-hmm. Drove right down that boat ramp.
Wasn't quite a boat ramp.
It was more of a boat ramp than it was a road at that point.
This is true.
Oh, now that I think of it, was the water moving in that crossing, Gary?
No, it was still.
Yeah, it wasn't moving till Gary hit it.
Once Gary hit it, it started moving.
It was a low water bridge over a creek, and the creek was probably about 5 feet over its banks. So
the creeks don't move.
It wasn't at the time. No,
not when they're right next to the lake.
They just stop.
Whenever they're next to the lake, they back up.
It was not shock because Gary hit it.
Not exactly sure. That's what a creek really is.
All right, so let's see. What have you got coming up for us, Snob?
At some point, I'm going to do a video on this rifle, but not right now because I don't have an optic.
Yeah. All righty. Well, thank you for being here. Last but not least, Jacob. What did you learn?
I learned that I'm not the one with the worst car story.
Okay, well, fair enough. So, what have you got coming up? You got content on your channel for us?
I've got a few videos up. As far as stuff that I might post coming up, there's supposedly a couple of planes that are actually going to be coming into the Wartime Museum in the area. I might get some stuff on that. That's about it. And then when the 4-H fair comes, probably do some either demolition derby or the tractor pulls for filming some of those.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you for being here. So I guess that leaves it to me. I didn't learn anything because, well, I'm too old to learn anything. Let me go ahead and get
You're never
this one.
too old to learn.
Oh, yeah. Too old to remember. Let's put it that way. But anyway, let's see. As far as what I got coming up, let's see. Members only chat for my channel members every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. where we give away one of the knives that I've reviewed. So if you're not a channel member, you want to join, it starts at 99 cents a month. And we do this every week on Wednesday. So anyway, let's see. Fowl Territory again next week. Just because I'm a glutton for punishment every Monday, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And have some knife reviews out. We're doing some CRKT knives right now, so check out my channel. Should be, I think, 5 different ones that I'm doing. So check those out if you get a chance. Other than that, I would like to thank everybody for watching tonight, whether you watched on YouTube, Facebook, or X.com. I appreciate you if you're watching on replay. Thanks for watching that, too. And a special thanks to my channel members who support my channel each and every week. I certainly do appreciate y'all. So we'll do this again next week. So I want all of you to have a good week. This is Monday, so have a good rest of the week. And always remember that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. Give them the bird.
Yeah.
So this is Gizzard Gary on behalf of my panel
Good
saying,
bird.
have a lovely week, and give my panel one last chance to say goodbye before I hit the end credits. So, panel, you're on.
The bird.
Have a good one.
Missed
Bye
midnight
before I hit
range.
the end credit. So, panel, you're on.
I miss midnight range.
Me too.
I think he
don't.
hates us now.
I haven't seen him anywhere in a while.
Come back, Midnight.
Yes, midnight.
Isn't
All
he
right.
on Rick's?
What?
Isn't he on Rick's show that's on Wednesday as well?
Never seen him. Never have seen him, let's put it that way. But I digress. We're leaving. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next week.